Hello, everyone, and welcome to another week's episode of Boss Teacher Live. Now, today, we are going to be talking about the pros and cons of teaching a course that you actually love versus just picking a random topic and creating your online course on it. So, stick around for that. If you're watching the replay, just skip ahead to about 2-3 minutes before we begin. So right now, I want to make sure that for everybody who is tuned in, you know where to find the chat. The chat is on the right-hand side if you're on your computer, or if you're on a mobile device, it's below the video that you're watching here. All right. So make sure that you're completely tuned in, because I'm also going to be sharing my screen to share with you some comparisons of why it is that it is really, really important for you to focus on a course that you love and not necessarily a random topic that is on trend. You know what I mean? All right, so for those of you who are here watching live, I see people popping on already. Go ahead and type in the chat and let me know where you are watching from. Please go ahead and type in the chat. Tell me where you're watching from this evening. Ooh, get my sip of water to clear my throat. I've been talking all day, guys. I've been talking all day. So let me know where you are watching from, and we're going to dive right into the meat of the matter in about a half a minute. So if you know somebody who should be on this live, go ahead and reach out to them now. Remind them that we are live and they need to come on, because they cannot miss this information. This is also an opportunity. This is why I like live sessions. This is also an opportunity for you to just ask your questions live and get clarity, get your answers live. And it's not always the same when you're watching the replay. Something might pop up in your head and it's like, oh, I'm going to have to wait to DM Julia or send her an email and she get back to me. And that might last, 2-3 days before you even remember to send the email. So this is why I love live sessions, because the interaction is real. You can get your questions answered right here, right now. All right, so let's jump into it. We are not going to waste any more time. So why is it super important for you to choose an idea, a topic, a concept to launch your online course around something that you absolutely love? And I know this is not a topic that will come up very often in the online course creation world, because we're more concerned about landing pages. We're more concerned about launch date and putting that webinar together and all the good stuff around launching your course. But if you know me, you know I don't teach that to a beginner, right? I teach course launches a very different way, a much simpler way than what most people are accustomed to. And what I teach, it works. So there's no question about it. So I continue to teach that. I teach landing pages and the traditional launch method to somebody who has already launched a course and understand what it means to have a course up and running. But here is the thing. A lot of people come into creating an online course and they think they can just pick a random course topic and just build a course around it. Now, a few weeks ago, one of my subs, one of my followers online asked me this question: Julia, what is the best topic to create an online course around? And I thought about it for a little while and I realized that there really is no best topic for you to create your online course on. The best topic for you is based on what problem you solve for a specific audience. And that really is all your online course is about: solving a problem for a specific audience. Now, the challenge with that is that some people have no idea what problem they solve. And that's okay. That's where I come in. I help you to figure that out. But then there are some people who are jumping on this online course bandwagon because it's the in thing, right? We're in a pandemic. Everybody is going online. What can I do online? Can I sell some hair online? Can I sell some makeup? Can I sell some bags? Can I sell something? Do I go into e-commerce and do that? Or do I join in on the online course niche and make some money selling what I know? And then, because a lot of persons come in not sure what they can sell, they're not sure how they can package their knowledge and sell something, they try to pick a hot topic, right? And this is where the question comes in, where one of my subscribers asked me a few weeks ago, what is the best topic to create a course on? Because a lot of people think you can just pick a topic from what's hot right now. And that's okay. That's okay. But the truth is that will not last very long. If you're just jumping on the bandwagon and doing something, creating a course around something just for the now, just because it's hot, just because it's hip, or just because this is trendy, then the trend is going to fade. And when the trend fades, your online course also is going to fade. So I'm gonna pull up my screen because I created a nice little presentation for y'all. Nothing too fancy. It really is just one page. And I'm going to share with you a comparison of why I think it's best to, well, not necessarily it's best. Let's just compare the two, right? So we're going to start off with what I want to call your hot topic course. And it's right here on the left, right? So your hot topic course is that course that you are just on trend for creating a course based on what is hot right now, right? And the course you love just because it's Valentine, but really and truly, I teach you how to create a course that you love, a course that comes from the core of your heart. That is what my program is all about. So we're going to compare the two, the trendy hot topic course versus committing to a course that you really and truly love and really want to impact the world with. Now, the hot topic course is going to require a lot of research because what you will find is that many times, if you're just jumping on trend, it means that you're going to have to do quite a bit of research to understand that particular topic a little bit more. You have to do some sort of research, a lot of reading, a lot of blog posts, a lot of books, you might have to take courses on your own to figure out the best possible way to deliver this old topic or this hot topic to a particular audience. So you might not be as knowledgeable in this area because this is something that is just coming on trend and you want to figure out how can I repackage this information and sell it. For example, Instagram Reels is a hot topic right now. Everybody's talking about how you can use Instagram Reels to sell more of your products, to sell more of your services online. Now, somebody is looking to create a course around using Instagram Reels as an effective marketing tool. They're going to have to dig deep. They're going to need to find out a lot more about what Instagram Reels are, how you can effectively use them in your course content, and so on. And that research might take a little while because this is something new, it is something evolving, it is something developing, and people are still trying to figure it out. Versus you creating a course, not necessarily around Instagram Reels, but whatever it is that your heart tells you that you need to create that course on, you don't need to put in any research time. And this is what is here on the right. You don't necessarily need to put in any research time because you already have that content packed inside of your brain. You are literally the queen of content around this topic. You have spent the past few years learning through experience, learning through formal education, learning however way you have chosen to learn. You have spent the past few months, few years, you've already learned this concept. It is already ingrained in you, and you don't need to take any extra time to just go and figure out anything because you already know all there is to know. And I was speaking to a client this morning and I said to her, listen, you already have all that you need to teach your course. You don't need to go and research anything. As a matter of fact, she has a PhD on the topic that she wants to create her course on. So I said to her, that's the simplest thing for you right now to put your content together. That's the least of your worries. You already spent thousands of dollars to get your degree in this area. You don't need to go do any more research. All you need to do is sit down right now and just flesh out what is in your brain and decide which aspect of it you're going to teach your students. So when it comes on to content, creating a course you love is going to be much easier simply because you are already full of content and you don't need to do any extra research, any extra work. Now here's the second point, and I have 4 points here, so it really isn't long. When you are trying to ride the bandwagon of a hot topic course, you literally are just riding the money wave, because what you find is that a lot of people are just creating this hot course right now because that's where the money resides. when the money resides, yeah, that's where the money resides. And you realize you can make a big buck from this right now. So you said, yeah, let's jump on this. Let's create this course quickly. Let's make a quick buck and let's move on to the next big thing. And that's all good and well. But in your downtime, you could still be making money from the course you love. Like if you're in it for the long haul, when the wave has died out from all the hot topic course, if you chose a course you love instead, you could be still making money even when the waves are down. It might not be as much as you were making when the waves are high, but you are still making money regardless. On the other hand, the person who chose just a topic for the no, when the wave is down, they're literally not making any money at all, because they've stopped marketing, they've stopped promoting, they've stopped putting their efforts into this course. Their clients probably are there in the back end looking for support, and they can't find any support because this person is no longer interested in teaching this course. And that's one of the harmful things about teaching an online course that you don't love, because you've gotten clients, students to purchase your program, and they are looking for support from you, and you have lost motivation. The money wave has died down, and you're no longer interested in supporting these individuals who put their hard-earned money and trust in you. That's not a good look for when you are ready to put out your next course, because the clients that you just abandoned in the other course that you're no longer interested in are now the ones who are going to be giving the negative reviews of you online to the next set of potential clients that you possibly might get, right? But when you're in it for the long haul, you're also able to support your clients long term. And when you are able to support your clients long term, those clients become raving fans. Let me tell you, raving fans. It doesn't matter what else you're selling in the future, they'll buy it. And if they're not interested in buying it, they'll tell their people to go and buy it because they trust you with their life. That is how important it is to be in it for the long haul. Let's look at the third element. Your hot topic course. You're just creating this course for the wave, for the now. You are discouraged by initial low sales. Understand that when you come into online course, you might not make any money month one, you might not make any money month two, and so on and so forth, as well as you may make money. But if you are one of those persons where you come in and initially your first month, you're not hitting your goals, maybe your second month, you're not hitting your goals, your third month, you're barely seeing the needle move, you can get discouraged, because what you really came into this thing for was quick money. And if after 3 months is not quick enough for you, you get discouraged, you might walk away from pursuing that course anymore. You're looking for the next big thing. However, if you started out by choosing a course that you love, regardless of whether or not the sales were low, the initial sales were low, that becomes an encouragement for you, because it says to you, hey, as much as I'm not hitting my income goal this month in month one, at least I now know, I'm affirmed that people are interested in this particular content. And what I need to do now is to continue focusing on building this thing, which leads us to the final point. When you get discouraged by low sales, or let's say you make a few bucks up here and the wave is done and there's nothing else to gain out of this hot topic, then you're looking for the next big thing. So in 1 year, you're probably spitting out 2-3 online courses, just looking for the next big thing to make a big buck, move on to the next course, make a big buck, move on to the next course, as opposed to sticking with a course you love for the long haul. And during that time, even though you're making low sales, you're still looking for the most effective marketing strategies that you can implement to increase revenue. So at the end of the year, you're hitting your goals with your eyes closed. And imagine after month 12, you hitting your money goals every single month with your eyes closed. Month 13, you're hitting your money goals and it has not even passed the first week. Right? As opposed to you going in and out of courses after courses after courses over the past 12 months and not really settling on anything to make anything grow and flourish and increase in revenue the way you would want it to grow. Now, does that make sense to you? I'm going to stop sharing for a little bit just so I can see what's going on in the chat. Does that really make sense to you? Because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're in it for the long haul. You are developing a course that is going to grow and flourish and be able to run on its own in short order. Because at the end of the day, the whole reason you're in this for the long haul is to develop implement systems so that you can work less in generating more income through your online course. I want to know, is that making sense for you? The final thing I want to leave with you is, and I'm pulling out my notes, is this concept of one. So let me just share my screen one more time. It's the whole concept of one. And this is it. And this is what I encourage, the power of one. And this is what I'm going to leave you with for this session of the Boss Teacher Live. Rather than trying to get with the bandwagon, get with what is trendy right now, and create a course on something that is trending, and you ride the trending wave and move on to the next. Because it's harder to do it that way, you know. Because every time you're learning something new, you're researching, you're coming up with a system to get sales, and then that course is done and you start all over again. Rather than doing all of that, may I challenge you to stick with one. And this is where the power of one comes in. And this one thing that you're going to stick with is this, the course that you absolutely love, the course that is coming from your heart. The course that if in another 3, 4, 5 years, somebody comes up to you and asks you about your online course, you still can go back to that and show them the progress over the years. So start with one and stick with one. And this is the one thing that you're going to do. You're going to stick with one course, right? One platform where you're marketing your course. One marketing funnel, and do all of that for 1 year. Let me stretch this out a little bit so it makes more sense. Let's go again. So one course, one platform that you're using to promote this course, one marketing funnel, meaning these are the steps that person takes from the point of not knowing me to the point of buying my course. That's the funnel. And I'm going to be doing all of this for 1 year. And at the end of the year, you evaluate that entire system and see if it's worth continuing to pursue. Now, if you see any progress over the course of that 1 year, and that progress makes you smile, then I'd say step into year 2 with it. If you did all of that for 1 year and you can look back on nothing and say, this was not progressive at all, this was not successful, this one course was a failure, then I'd say, okay, pick something else and pursue it. But give this one course all you've got for 1 year. And I promise you, you will see progress, because if you're putting in 110% for an entire year, there's no way this can fail. Absolutely no way this can fail. And I'm not just saying putting in 110% of what you think is right, but putting in 110% from what you know is right, meaning that tried and true strategies that persons who are in this field have done it before you, have proven that it can be done, and you're utilizing those same proven strategies. This is not a year of you figuring out what's going to work. This is a year of you implementing what can work, what is working, what has worked for other people, and you're sure it can work for you. So apply those strategies to your course for a year. And I promise you, you will see progress. I promise you, you will see revenue. I promise you, you will see growth. So does that make sense for you? Because it makes perfect sense for you. And that's the reason why I teach what I teach, the power of one. So when it comes down to creating a course that you absolutely love, These are the things that you need to take into consideration. I think I need to just put this up for a little bit longer so you can really see it rather than just looking at my face. So just meditate on this. The power of one course, one platform, one marketing funnel for 1 year. And then evaluate at the end of the year and just take it to the next level in year 2. All right. Now, if you are looking to learn how to create that power of one with your online course, I have a free strategy session for you. You are going to click the link that is in the description if you're watching the replay. If you're on the live, I'm definitely going to put that in the chat where you can have access to it. So you can have a conversation with me. And we talk about that one course that you're going to pursue for the next 1 year. And we put a plan together of how you can really and truly implement that plan as quickly as possible so you can start making sales as early as possible. So that is the power of one. The one course that you're going to give your heart and soul to, the one course that is coming directly from your heart. So you might ask, okay, so how do I come up with the course that I love? Because right now you might not think you're truly in love with any concept or any idea. The method I teach in my program is called the CREST method, right? And CREST is an acronym. KRES. K is for knowledge. Essentially, what are you knowledgeable about? R is for results. What have you got results from in the past? E is for your expertise. What are you an expert at? And S is for your signature story. What experiences have you had that has caused you to learn some kind of skills, some kind of life lessons, and so on. And there is an entire suite of questions that you have to answer that are related to each of those words, the K, the R, the E, and the S. Now, in answering those questions, you come out with clarity around what your course idea can be. And those questions are geared towards pulling out of you internally. What I mean by that, we're not just grabbing a course that is on trend, we're grabbing a course from here. And this is the course that is going to, you are going to use it to build your presence online, and you are going to use it to build other streams of income on top of your online course. So for the 1 year, we're focusing on the course, but in year 2, we're adding other things on to that so that you can build an entire business model, an entire brand of whoever you are, just around your course and what I call the core offer. So have no idea what your heart course is, or the course that you want to pull out from your heart to sell to the world, then the CREST method is for you. So all you have to do is simply connect with me, schedule a free strategy call, and we can decide, we can see how best we can create that plan. I'm looking for the link to give you around building out your course. Do you have any questions? So I've typed the link in the chat for those of you who are watching live. If you're on the replay, please look for the link in the description where you can schedule that call with me. So we can really come up with a course that is from your heart. And here's the truth, it's so much easier to teach a course that you're in love with. It really is so much easier because you get up every day wanting to do it. It's not something that feels like a chore to you. It's not something that feels like work. You get up every single day joyful about how you're going to approach your business, your course today. And that's the beautiful thing about what I do, because teaching people about how to create online courses is literally coming from my heart. It's a joy for me to get up every single day. It's a joy for me to talk to you on these strategy sessions. It's a joy for me to go in and create videos and so on for my program, simply because this is what I love to do. And when you get up every single day doing something that you love, it does not feel like work. And that level of freedom that you've always been dreaming about, that's where it comes from. This is where it comes from, is getting up every day knowing that what I'm doing is what I really want to do. And I'm not being slaved over by the boss. I'm not being slaved over by the supervisor. I don't have reports to do that I irk to do and things like that, I really am doing something that I love. And that is the same thing I wish for you. And that's why I only teach people how to create courses around what is coming from deep inside of them, right? This is not where you come to create a trendy course on Reels or whatever. This is somewhere you're coming to create a course that aligns with your true purpose and what resides deep within you. All right, so that's my little tidbit for today. That was roughly just a little bit over 25 minutes. If you have any questions, post them in the chat, any comments, anything you want to share, post them in the chat. And if not, we'll be off in about 2 minutes. If you're watching the replay, remember to just click the link that is in the description and you can get access to me to schedule that one-on-one call so we can really dissect what you can create your course around. All right, I'm not seeing any questions popping in the chat. So I'm gonna just assume that you're sitting here and taking it all in and just loving what I'm sharing. In that, in that light, we're gonna say good night for now. I'll see you on Friday, every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I host a live Q&A where I answer questions from my viewers about online courses. So I have a long list that I've been working with from last week. I'm not sure when this list is going to finish, but if you have a question that you want answered, please send me a message. You can send me a DM, you can send me an email, find me on social media, or anywhere you can find me. Just send me a message with your question, and I answer them live every single Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm live on my Facebook page as well as my Instagram page. So that's Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern. You can get your questions answered there. All right, so that's it for tonight, guys. Thank you for showing up. Next week, Monday, we're on with another guest. We have a guest next week, Monday. He's going to be talking about her transition from the office to online course. So we'll talk then, and